Happy Tuesday. Beautiful day here in the Dominican Republic. And so I'm going to talk about one sign that you're succeeding as a parent. Ooh, look at how pretty that pool looks. Okay, so I just got done washing the dishes. And so why? Because my wife teaches the kids all day long, and I make it a point to make her life a little easier. So it's a simple task that I cannot mess up. And I'm washing dishes because my kids just got done making pancakes for everybody, and then Penny is with Chelsea feeding the horses, and then Beck and Callan asked me if they could have a turn. Good indicator of succeeding as a parent, because our kids awesome and fun to be around, and I love spending time with them, but they want to help. And look at this. So Callan and Beckett both went down there to continue pressure washing out the pool as we prepare for the living pond. And they're taking turns doing that. And Beckett was like, but I'm pretty sure Penny wants to have a turn too, so we gotta make sure there's enough for Penny to do. And we're like, there's gonna be plenty, because we gotta get the main layer down and then go through the fine tune. So if I could just take a brief minute and explain the neurology behind this, because if you are a parent that your kids do not want to help and everything is a freaking fight, then I want to simple neuroanatomy. Healthy, well-adjusted kids have balance between their revival mode, their prefrontal cortex, and their survival mind, the reptilian brain, or amygdala. So when a child's brain is stuck in survival mode, then they are constantly looking to conserve energy and to not do anything that is outside of the regular routine. Okay, so that now you can see how, well, it's like everything could be a fight if there's any variation in the course of the day. And the things they can do, it's like the things that they just are doing, but it's like the bare minimum, right? Does this sound familiar? And the reason is, again, because their brain is stuck in a survival mode. And does this mean that you're a bad parent? No. So, for example, I'll show you a point to this. Like right now, if you think about your most favorite ice cream, I think for me, it's Moose Tracks from Whitey's in Iowa. It's the best ice cream of all time. It's vanilla with these little peanut butter cups in it, and like ribbons of caramel and chocolate fudge through it. And it is the best thing. Think of this, like taking a scoop of it, like see the caramel and the chocolate and the peanut butter cups. And now think about what's happening within your mouth right now as you visualize this thing. You have an autonomic nervous system response. You have a digestive response automatically. It's how our nervous system functions without us having to think all the time. It's the autonomic nervous system. So 3 things strengthen the survival mind in everybody, especially the developing child. And that is a synthetic environment, inactivity, and negativity. So when people say, like, how are your kids doing in the Dominican Republic? Well, look at where we are. We are in a fully natural environment. Morning, Marie. And open air, everything is normal, natural and normal. And then we're active. We have an eighth of a mile to walk just from our house to our kitchen. And then when people come out here, everyone is just happy, because the first thing that happens when they get here is they walk up this pathway and they look out and they go, oh. And it's a crazy thing how just being out here brings out the best in people. And as we've done a bunch of research now, when people, when they come out and do their intensive healing experiences here, the Dominican Republic, total reset experience, and it shows that neuroanatomy of the healing centers of the brain and the vagus nerve turn on. So if you have a kiddo that's like, oh my gosh, I just want them to listen more, and we can dive into the neurology about the listening, because the survival brain shuts off the hippocampus, which is the memory centers, and also the temporal lobes, which is the hearing center, so they literally can't listen and or remember what you said, which is, again, gets to be a frustrating point as a parent. If you would like more support, more tips and more ways that you can start to create an environment around your kids that then encourage the healing centers of the brain, so then they naturally want to help you, go to drugfreehappykids.org and then get my copy of Fog to Fire, which is our entire story of leaving Washington State to coming out here, finding this place, and then the witnessing of all the research we've done up to this point. Because it was not always this way. In fact, that was one of the things that sparked this total radical change, is I was noticing that my kids were starting to melt down, were starting to be affected by the level of stress that I had from my life. And I don't know about you, but for me, like there's no compromising when it comes to our kids. And so if something is not good for them, I am going to correct it immediately. So if you'd like some more tips and tools, first of all, get rid of the shame, blame that you give yourself about not being a good parent or comparing yourself to other people. Because last time I checked, you don't have any control of your synthetic environment, your inactivity, and your negativity, especially if you have to work, because those are what you have to do in order to pay for your life. So this guidebook is meant to give you 1,000 tools that you can implement today and start to rewire your nervous system, and then just watch and see how your kids respond.